Hey guys, it's Quills, and wow, 2024! It's been a lot, even though I know everyone says that every year, but it was definitely not what I expected it to be for me. Fun fact actually, New Year's is my favorite holiday. Something about the organization and the goal planning and the year setting just makes it so satisfying. And though I have a lot planned out and a lot to do this year, I am very grateful for the things I actually tried to explore this year, and I thought it'd be fun to share some of them. Maybe this will help you set goals for the New Year's, or you just want to hear me overshare, but here's Quills' 2024 reflection. I hope you guys enjoyed. I started eating more walnuts. Amazing, I know. Not much to the goal. They're tasty and healthy, so it's about a net positive. I kind of just start eating them in between meals and stuff, so it's a pretty nice snack. I tried guided meditations, and although it was pretty helpful for some days, my anxiety is a little bit too strong for them somehow, so I kind of just stuck with journaling, and that worked a lot better for me. I would write as much as I could every day and try not to be too harsh with myself if I missed a day, or 5, or 30. But you know, it happens, okay? It helps a lot with the negative self-talk, but on the other ends of the days, it's kind of just like, journal, you will not. Therapeutic, I know. I started to incorporate a simple routine of stretching in the morning, and it's been really helping with the shrimp mode. We all know what I'm talking about, right? If you're like me and the majority of your hobbies are spent sitting down, I do recommend you also try to find out hobbies where you're kind of just moving, just to balance things out between your body. Your back will thank me so much in the future, I promise. Well, as you guys can tell, I started making YouTube videos as a new form of art, and honestly, I do enjoy it. From the scripting, to the editing, to the drawing, to the more editing, it's extremely satisfying to watch everything come together, and watching my skill develop over time between creative ideas and editing tips and drawing speed. My point is, you guys are going to be stuck with me for a while on YouTube, and I hope you can bear it. I can see why this wouldn't be for everyone, but if you do want to try it out, I suggest you start small and take note of your workflow so you can adjust accordingly if you want to create a realistic uploading schedule. God knows I'm still trying to work on that, but because video making encompasses a lot of tools, I didn't really get to try new art mediums like I wanted to, but I will try more this year because I do want to paint more, and I think pottery is really, really cool, so I got that on the mind. So I love games. I think it's easy to point that out for my videos, but I get to expose my Steam wrap-up just to prove it, alright? Amazing, I know. I feel like this is so obvious knowing me. I do love me a good co-ops and zombie games, but I also do love some puzzle games here and there. We still love Cult of the Lamb, by the way, and the developers are still updating the game. Amazing, I know. I just bought Elden Ring, so I don't really have many notes on it yet, but I do love it so far. This is actually my first Souls game, and I can't believe I've never really gotten into the genre by now, but it is great so far. My greatest discovery this year was Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, which is an open-world difficult detective game. I'm going to be honest, guys. It showed up on my queue, and I was intrigued by this handsome-ass Sherlock you get to play as. I mean, look at him. I don't want to spoil it too much, as I really do want people to try and play it blind like I did, but I highly recommend it if you want a challenging puzzle experience with very pretty scenery. I also love the voice acting in it, even though some of the models do look pretty dead here and there, but you know, I really do think the voice acting is top-notch in this game. After the first game, I immediately got up my hands on the sequel and finished it like almost immediately. There are more games in the series, but I think Chapter 1 was the most polished of the Sherlock games and like the largest, so I recommend this game. But I also do want you guys to check out the developers, since they really do have a knack for this kind of dreary puzzle scene going on. Again, I didn't expect this game to be my favorite, but the satisfying mechanics coupled with the clever puzzles made it so satisfying. Obviously, we love the company, but god, I am really bad at this game, guys. Despite having a decent sense of direction and pretty good communication skills with my friends, there will always be some little hubris telling me to keep going back, and then we die, and we lose all our loot. I'm also sorry to the random people I've played with online. You guys were all forced to carry me. However, it's still early access, and at this point in time, there is no clear ending to the game, but if you've got enough friends, it's a great way to watch them perish. And another great way to watch them perish is with glory. I love Helldivers 2, guys. The humor and the graphics are insane. I actually grew up playing FPS games, but I kind of lost interest when people would take it too seriously. But Helldivers 2 is perfect since it doesn't even take itself too seriously either. Plus it's PvE instead of PvP, so these online people have to be nice to me, right? Very chaotic, very messy, but it's a very good mess to make with friends, and it's just really, really fun. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something in this video? As an artist, I think it's important to consume media in healthy doses in order to cultivate your own ideas and create new ones, so I actually watched a good amount this year. Obviously, I loved Arcane, as the rest of the internet does, and I actually finished The Owl House this year. When it first started airing, I was a little too busy with work and college applications, so I couldn't really get into it this year, but I did really love it, and the world building was creative but not too complicated. The characters were charming without being annoying or unrealistic, and I thought the plot was well paced and interesting. I was never really bored while watching this, and I highly recommend it if you want a good fantasy show to watch. I love anime, and I grew up watching it as a kid, but I didn't really watch a lot of anime this year because it felt like a lot of them were isekais or harems or both, and I am honestly so done with that kind of plot. But I do love Dandadan, Frieren, Delicious in Dungeon, and The Apothecary Diaries. They are all mostly mainstream animes, but they are still very enjoyable. I am not a big movie person, but Ultraman Rising was so good, and I just need y'all to chill with the thirst traps because I've seen too many. Inside Out 2 made me cry. Surprise, surprise. Other things I did was make some really good friends this year. Some of them actually do YouTube as well, so collabs could be a thing in the future if you guys ask nicely, and if I'm not too anxious for them. And I reached my savings goal since the future kind of scares me a lot, and saving money every year does a lot to calm my anxiety. But who knows if the aliens that take over in the future will take cash or credit. Oh well. This year taught me a lot, and I'm grateful to have collected my thoughts in order to form a plan for this year. And if you need tips on goal setting or ideas for things to work towards, here's a couple of things I like to keep in mind. I know that I love to work towards something, so giving myself a list of things to buy or indulge in after I complete a goal is a really good motivator. Whether it's getting to do nothing all weekend or buying yourself that one gift for yourself, you have to remember to celebrate yourself too, okay? Keeping track of your day and your expenses can hold you accountable for all the time and money you waste, and you and I both know you're better than that. The days might be long, but the years are short, and the fear of letting time go by fast is really terrifying. So try your best and use it wisely, but not too wisely. I'm still learning that the hard way. I think of goals categorically between mental, physical, emotional, financial, artistic, and intellectual. I have some goals regarding each, and every day I look back at the list and try to alternate between which one I want to work on. Think of it as one of those RPG graphs. I mean, it works for me. I plan to max out this character by the time I'm done. If you feel like it's a lot and, you know, God knows life gets in the way, remember that sometimes you just need to factory reset yourself, drink water, sit in sunlight, take a deep breath, hug a stuffed animal. God knows how tough life gets, but you can control a lot more of it when you can refocus. And above it all, if there's nothing you can do, you could just do what you can, okay? Starting small and seeding those little habits can help you in the long run, but it's never going to be a sprint, so let yourself enjoy the journey too. And I know that's cheesy, but so is life. Sadly, I know some of us are lactose intolerant, but that hasn't stopped us yet, has it? Happy New Year's, guys, and I hope you guys have a great time to come. It's inevitable now. I've cursed you all. Okay, bye!